And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop, where today we're going to be having a look at this TPA3116D2 Bluetooth amplifier board that I've bought on eBay. Right, here it is. I've actually bought this for another project, but I just want to sort of test it out here in the workshop just to make sure it's capable of doing its thing. It's one of these sort of Class D things. It's allegedly 2 by 50 watts left and right and 100 watts out for this subwoofer channel here. What have we got? We've got a couple of large capacitors, presumably the bulk smoothing for the power rails. 2200 mic at 50 volts. Apparently it wants somewhere between 12 and 24 volts. You get a bit more out of it in if you run it on 24 volts than 12. Which we should be able to do that from the lab power supply, I'd imagine. So yeah, there we are. It's a neat little board. There's the little, what do they call them, inverted Fs, is it? Bluetooth antenna just on the side there. That looks reasonably well made. There's only one thing I don't like, and that's the fact that this heatsink, it's not really tight, is it? So I'm just going to fetch that off and see if there's actually any therm path or thermal paste underneath it. There's a little M3 screw by the look of it. Oh, there is. Oh, they've made an effort. My word, look at the size of the chips. Obviously this one is bridged, I would imagine, to get 100 watts out of it, but they have done quite well with the therm path there. It's a bit dried out though. I see this has got a board, a date on the board of the 15th of December 2020, so let's just clean that off and put some fresh thermal compound on there. And my IPA isn't here. One moment please. I was cleaning something in the kitchen earlier, needed a splash of IPA, so running low. I must get some more. I think I've got about a gallon of the stuff in the garage, so I shall get that. Right, let's a smoosh of that on there. Have a little look at those chips, actually. That's quite amazing. It looks almost like an EEPROM with the sort of thermal pad on the top. TPA3116AGG7. And they've even got Texas Instruments written on them. I wonder if they are, or whether they're fakes or whatever. But still, there was a little washer under there that I've already managed to lose. Where's that gone? I shall locate that in a moment. Right, let's get some nice fresh therm path. This is where I find out I haven't got any left. Right, there it is. Silicon-based heat transfer compound. Right. Get it all over my hand now, and I just like the stuff immensely, really. Still. Smear on that. Smear on that. Where's the little plastic washer gone? There. Epic. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the screw through the hole, hold on to that, insert the washer over the top. It's obviously to space it out so the heatsink doesn't get too banana shaped against the two ICs. There's my screw. There it is. Lovely. Much improved. So that's now tight on there. That's terrific. Right, we're going to want a DC jack to go in there. Is it that sort of size? Oh, bingo, first time. Right, so that's a bit of power going on there. So we want 24 volts on our power supply. 23 and a bit, that's near as damn it is to swearing. Let's connect these up. It's probably going to pull more current than my power supply will want to deliver, to be quite honest. But it'll give us a reasonable idea of whether the thing's going to work or not. So I'll just check the supply is off. The supply is off. I'm making a presumption here that it's negative outside. Things usually are. Right, workshop test speakers. So I haven't got a sub or anything I can use as a sub. Actually, there's a pair of Celestian speakers in the lounge. Actually, I might be able to draft those in. We're going to need a little flat screwdriver to work the terminal block. Right. Close but no cigar. I must apologise about the sound, by the way. I've lent my lav mic to a friend of mine who is making a video this weekend. So I wasn't intending to do anything this weekend. But yeah, so I let him borrow it. It's not a problem. He will return it to me the early part of next week. I must say this, the audio from my new 4K camera is very good indeed, so I should probably use that. Right, one moment, let's go and get a speaker from next door to use for the sub. Alright, there we go. This is connected to a Celestian speaker. Not a sub at all, but we do have a bit of bass response. It'll interesting to see if there's a crossover of some description in here, or if this is just a sort of left plus right bridged affair. We are about to find out. Okay. I may well have this sub out of phase. I haven't paid any attention to phasing. If it sounds all thin and weak and weedy, we'll just switch the wiring around. Go with that. Right, we've got no shorts there. That's good. That's all ready. We will need a mobile telephone of some description. Right, I think we're all set for the big switch on. So there we go. We have power. Oh, I've got a little flashing LED. So let me just go to Bluetooth settings and try and pair it with my phone. See what happens. Okay. A Shaibang. S-H-A-I-B-A-N-G. Let's try and pair it. Well, this isn't going well, is it? I'm pulling about 60 milliamps from my 24 volt rail. Right, let's power that down and power it back up again and try again. Oh, we've got some Chinese lady speaking to us. That seemed very microphonic. Available devices. Shebang. Pairing. Oh, Bluetooth pairing request.
蓝牙连接成功.
Oh, well, why wouldn't you? Okay, probably the best thing to do here is to open my YouTube app, because there's obviously copyright free music that I've used on there. Oh. I can tell you now, this sub output is definitely crossed over. Very good. Oh, yeah, we're getting a bit of noise. We'll pick up from the bench, really, I think, more than anything else. Let me just... I'm surprised that this is done in the analog domain. But it appears to be, because we're picking up hum against the anti-static mat. Very quickly running out of power supply current. It's obviously pulling more than the sort of 3 amps my power supply is capable of. Let's just turn the voltage down to about 12. Yeah, it's starting to pull a lot more current now, as you'd expect. Right, it's about 12 volts. That's very impressive. So watch this space, because this board's going to come back and haunt me in another project that's coming soon. Anyway, I'll stick a link to where I got this Burno. It cost me about 22 quid, I think, which it's not bad, is it really? Heatsink's barely warm to the touch. Just, yeah, barely warm to the touch. Not that we've had it running very long, but well, that's ideal. That's going to come in very useful. So that's it. I've had it running for a few minutes now, quite loud, back on 24 volts, and it's barely breaking a sweat. Need a bigger power supply. I've actually put 2 channels in parallel here. But anyway, yeah, that's most acceptable for what I want it for. Anyway, thanks for watching. As usual, click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and I'll see you soon here on Doz's Television Workshop. Thanks. Cheers. Bye. We're going to need some sound. Up. This amplifier board. Hello.